Lots of us spend the workday sitting at our desks, but prolonged sitting isn't necessarily great for your health.
It makes me want to have better posture. Dr. Coley is with us to talk about that and how standing desks can help prevent the health risks. So please talk to us about the health risks with prolonged sitting, because I do a lot of this.
You know, our body wasn't designed to sit, ladies, and yet we sit for sort of 8 to 10 hours a day for most of us on average. And so you think about all the things that it does to our body. It increases our risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, and stroke, increases our risk of mental health problems. It can even cause hormonal dysregulation when we're sitting for a long time. And believe it or not, it shortens our life expectancy if we have a job where we're sitting most of the day at our desk. So whatever said and done, we have to figure out ways to incorporate activity into our lives.
Well, I'm curious because we have that right in our newsroom. There's like a collection of people at the standing desk, and I'm always like, well, look at those overachievers standing at their desks. But is there research? Is this a good thing? Do we all need to be trying to pine for one of these desks?
So too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, and that's where standing desks come in. So those people that stand for 8, 10 hours a day, that is not a good idea, because even though standing is a little better than sitting, but think about when we stand, it puts so much stress on our body, right? On our back, on our hips, on our knees, on our feet. So we have increased risk of plantar fasciitis, increased risk of arthritis. We have increased risk of varicose veins because all that blood is kind of rushing down to our feet. And for most of us, we generally lock our knees or have a bad posture when we're standing for prolonged periods of time because our muscles can get tired. So I like to say, if you are going to stand, you have to do it in the right way.
And so the right way would be different increments of time?
Exactly. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio or 2-to-1 ratio. So that means, you know, standing to sitting, either 30 minutes standing, then 30 minutes sitting, and alternate back and forth, or 1 hour standing and then 30 minutes sitting. Sometimes I also tell people that if you're not going to do a standing desk, if you're like Alex or me, I don't like those standing desks because they hurt my back and I don't feel like I'm sort of standing with good posture, then every 30 minutes you get up and you either do a stretch at your desk, you take a quick little walk, you go up and down 10 stairs, you do something to get your body moving.
Every 30 minutes? It seems excessive.
Well, so here's what the study showed, and this is the reason. So it looked at 90,000 British citizens, okay, and it followed them with an accelerometer, so kind of assessed their level of activity. The median sitting time was 9 hours, so people were sitting for about 9 hours. So if you fell into the less than 9 hours category compared to the greater than 10 hours, those greater than 10-hour people had a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular death or heart failure, even if they were active people. So this is adjusting for the fact that people often think, okay, I've been sitting all day, I'm going to go for a run, I'm going to get on the treadmill, make up for all that damage that I did. But that didn't seem to make up the difference. On the other hand, if they worked in every 30 minutes or every 60 minutes some kind of activity, it really did negate that risk substantially.
What about for the people that, because you just touched on it, that, you know, we might try to justify in our minds that, okay, I'm going to go to the gym later. If you're sitting at your desk 6 to 7 hours, asking for a friend, then you go and go on a walk, is that okay to mitigate the health risks?
I would say no, because I would say our body really is designed to not have these long periods. So think about what's happening to your metabolism. So if you can take a quick little walk around the newsroom for a friend while you're sitting, that's what I would tell your friend. You know, go to the water cooler, have a conversation with a friend. That social activity helps too, but you cannot be sitting for many, many hours at a time. This is why I like being in the office when I'm seeing patients, because literally I'm running from room to room, and even if I sit at my desk, it's for 5 minutes at a time. So try to work in, if you can, the standing desk. If that doesn't feel good, you could try one of those bike desks or treadmill desks. But I think even better than that is if you can have an excuse, maybe when you're switching tasks or checking emails or whatever, every 30 to 60 minutes, get up, even if it's to go to the bathroom or something, do something active.
That's good advice. I'm always like, hey, Sam, I can shout at her at my desk. She's like, what's up? And we don't get out of our chairs.
We don't get up.
So now I will get up when I have something to say to Sam.
Thank you so much, Dr. Coley. Great advice as always.